Oh yeah, look. Oh look, I'm in the camera. I can see myself. Bit of a dodgy hair day, to be fair. Right, let's have a look at the So we're about to make a fire.
What do you think of this place?
It's unreal. Unreal.
In fact, you bring a bushcraft master down, and the first thing he's starting to point out is all the food that's around here.
Yeah,
so
yeah, tons.
Can you point out a couple of bits and pieces? Yeah.
Yeah, we can point out, but just don't eat that. That's poo.
Rabbit poo.
Yeah. No, there's sheep and deer poo mixed around here, scat. But so over here, and it's actually everywhere. Let's have a little look. So this stuff here. Now we're going to dig it up because we don't need to, because technically speaking, it's illegal to dig up roots in public places. But this is pig nut.
All right. What's that for?
So pig nut's part of the carrot family. So obviously it's for the root. That's what we go. And the root would taste. It's kind of somewhere between carrot and hazelnut. So you dig down. Yeah, you'd follow that little stem there, and you want the stem to be attached to the root for like a positive ID, just to keep safe, because the carrot family is quite a treacherous family. But pig nut is quite easy to identify.
We'll take a sprig of that off and just a bit closer.
Yeah, that's it.
And what would you use that for then?
Pig nut you just eat like a nut.
All right.
But it's
That's the roots you're talking about?
Yeah, the root. So the root would be, if you're unlucky, it's the size of a peanut. If you're lucky, it's a ping pong ball size.
Oh, good.
Over here, we've got some dog violet. Again, we can actually throw these into salads as well. And this is just to show you how much is in a square metre, right? So
this is just beside the camp too.
Yeah, dog violet. Then here we've got tormental. My uncle makes a tormental root like moonshine. It'll blow your socks off. Like here, this is meadow sweet. Yeah, meadow sweet. That's our aspirin. That has salicylic acid.
Well, very
so
good,
if you eat that, you can get rid of a headache.
Get rid of a sore head.
Yeah, and when it flowers, the tea from the flower, it was the best sort of medicine for acid reflux and heartburn. So really, really good. Meadow sweet. I think Bayer have the patent for the salicylic acid in there. The company Bayer. What else nearby? We've got these here. That's lesser celandine. Also, that was used in Germany for scurvy, so tons of vitamin C in there. Also known as pilewort, because the roots look like piles.
Oh right, so you don't stick it on your arse then?
Well, you know, there is a treatment for it, but the roots are like, they're kind of like a potato, so you can use them. You can eat the leaves, but you want to eat them when they're young. So yeah, over here we've got a nice easy one for everyone. We've got some wood sorrel there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, most people would know that anyway. Kind of looks like a shamrock, but that's it closed. Sometimes it's said they close up because of like air pressure, and you know that means incoming weather.
What's that one beside? Is that the pile, if I can remember rightly,
Okay.
from one of your courses?
So here, right, it's a very small version. This one, this leaf here, this is called lesser celandine. It's the buttercup family, but it's a good member of that family, if you will. So that was used to treat scurvy in the old times.
Right.
So tons of vitamin C in those leaves. But again, if those leaves are a bit older, sometimes they can be a bit mildly toxic. But yeah, good plant.
You really need to know what you're doing in the foraging. I must actually do one of your proper foraging courses, you know.
Yeah,
or Ben and I will be out here eating every green leaf here and we're probably dead.
Well, we're going to be making a fire in a bit, and we've got a dream here for a bit of fire making.
Is that right? Yeah.
So, and I'll, now I'm not, obviously a lot of people that watch bushcraft stuff, they'll know this anyway, so I don't want to teach anyone to suck eggs. But over here, we've got a bit of birch.
Oh yeah.
And birch is our natural firelight of Sunny Jim. But the reason I'm pointing this out is because this is it in the perfect state for firelighting.
Right.
Sometimes you won't find it, it'll be smoother, but basically, when it's like this, you can just pull it off really nice, and you've got these perfect fire starters. So most basically a lot of barks, they have very highly flammable resin in their bark, and basically the tree, it's for the tree to protect itself against like fungus, sickness, even like weather, sun, that sort of thing. So most barks, or all barks, they'll have that within their bark. It's just easier to extract out of some barks rather than others. So
so does that have a resin or an oil in it then?
Most barks, if you just lit them with a lighter, you'd get black smoke, and that's that sort of resin in it. So, but this is like really ideal for firelighting. But birch would be the easiest to harvest in that way. So we tried a bit with hazel yesterday, do you remember?
Yeah.
And that worked really well. So we're going to get a fire going.
Excellent. So that's what happens when you bring Rob with you. Everything you can eat. Well, I suppose within reason.
We're going to make some tea with these later as well.
Tea with the leaves, birch leaves.
Birch leaves, really good.
Birch leaf tea.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Expert with you. Amazing knowledge Rob has. He's going to light a fire the traditional way, so I'm going to take some footage of that there. But a wee quick look round. I'm in the stovehut70 from Pomoly. Wee Trekology chair, reindeer hide, just for comfort more than anything. Thermarest Neo Air, R value 7.5, great, particularly sleeping on a sleeping bag, as I said that before. Good old faithful Corinthian Defence 4 toasty bag, probably too warm for tonight. The outbacker set up for later on, but we're just going to use the fire over here. You can see with the cooking area set up for indoor as if it was going to be raining. But over here, Rob is going to light the campfire the traditional way.
Go, won't we?
No pressure. So that's the birch pieces that you took off that birch tree. Look at that. I can see the black smoke. That indicates the resin in it.
Yeah.
Then just some gorse.
Some fern, sorry.
Sorry, fern, dried fern, yeah. Smaller pieces of tinder. Quite a lot of that wood is driftwood, wouldn't you say, Rob?
Yeah, we found a load of driftwood. It's very dry. It's like very seasoned. though.
Yeah.
You kind of see how white is, almost like the wood you'd find on the beach.
Yeah. I think a couple of burgers to see us before tea.
I think we'll need some, won't we, really?
Yeah.
Right.
So Rob is using the one Tigris, it looks like the back bungalow, which is basically a very similar, it's very similar to the Pomoly stovehut70, except it doesn't actually have the stove bit at the end, but essentially it's the same tent really, isn't it? Although I do like the colour of the one Tigris.
Yeah. So all I've done is, because usually I'd have, I could put some carved sticks, or if someone else was with me with walking sticks, you can just pop them in there, but you never really need to. I always try and keep it open, just for airflow and stuff.
You'll sleep like that tonight, will you?
Yeah. That's just my Corinthia one, or defence one, I think it is.
Yep.
I've got my Lundhag's Nag, that's called.
That's a nice bag. They're expensive, that brand, if I remember. They're quite expensive.
All metal buckles. I probably will do a little review on it actually when I come back from my expedition. Cooking kit, fire kit, all the sort of usual shebang really. But you can get 2 people in there. It's tight with 2, or it's really nice and roomy for 1 basically. I think we worked it out that it's probably about 1.6 kilos or something like that.
That's good.
So
there's no poles, you're using your trekking
I'm just
poles?
using walking sticks with it, walking poles. I've got the little mozzie net, I can hang a little light up there as well.
Oh yeah.
If I need to.
I like that, I especially like the colour of it. That's more my colour than the Pomoly.
And then obviously it's very similar to your tent. I've got that little flap over there.
For the vent, the whole length of the tent. Yeah. What mat is that, Rob?
That is a thermarest. That thermarest is probably 6-7 years old.
Wow, still going strong, yeah.
Yeah. It's still. You'll see. I've actually had to buy more repair kits because I've repaired it so much. But these thermarests, they're about. I think originally it was about 120 quid.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's grand.
Nice setup.
Yeah.
I think we're ready for a pan there, are we?
I think we are. Yeah.
So just a quick rustle up, tie us over for the main evening meal. A couple of burgers, a couple of sausages. And Rob has made this little grill with notches in this piece of wood here, which he can for the steak later on we can adjust the size depending on the flame, etc. That's coming on quite nicely, Rob.
Yeah, lovely job.
Oh, they're a bit too brown. Yeah, it's coming on nicely. No, it's great to be back down here again. It really is. So what are we building now?
I'm just it's always good to have a little utensil holder so I can put my coffee cups up.
Good bits and pieces on. Yeah.
We'll just get it fitted there nicely, and we can get your if you've got anything that needs hanging.
Yeah, my cookset, indeed. Yeah, utensil stand, cookses, chopping board. Yes, looking forward to this.
Looks good to me.
Just a snack in the afternoon. What time is it? 12:30, 1:15. Very good.
So this is my little camp chair, and it's really simple. It's a homemade sort of system. Just a bit of canvas that I've stitched 2 loops in, like an offcut, so that you can use other material as well. And then 4 pieces of cord, and basically I can fold that up about the size of my hand, fits into a backpack, and it's really light. So so that's my little camp chair. It's a bit of canvas and then 4 pieces of cord. It folds up really small, and then all I have to do, the compromise is I don't have the weight, but I have to build a little structure, but it's so simple that you can kind of do it in about 15 minutes and about 5 minutes to set up. So what it is, as you can see the loops. So first job I was cut like some longer tripod sticks, and then I put the top lashing in, which is your first cord, because we've got 4 cords. Then I will cut 2 straighter pieces there. So essentially you've only got a few cuts and then a few little notches. All I do is, with the saw, I put a couple of little notches in there, you can just about see it. So it holds the little loops in there. And then in this top I've got a little bar that's notched out. Just move around here and you can kind of see it like that. So it's notched out there, and then it sits in there like that. And I can actually adjust it. If I wanted to lean back more, I can adjust it back. Knots I use, that's already knotted like that, so I just need to find the stick. This is basically what we call a Canadian stopper knot to start off. Then I come back and bring a rolling hitch down, and the rolling hitch is basically stops it from pull that way, so it could slip up but it can't go further down. And then fairly nice and simple, and it's basically like a deck chair really. You sit in and comfy by the fire.
It looks comfy, yeah, it does, yeah. So when I asked when I asked Rob,
it was Ron earlier, Rod.
When I asked Rob, I have a chair for you. It's all right, I'll build one. Might have thought that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's good fun.
What do you think of this pitch?
I think it's really nice here.
Quite a lot of forageables, as we've seen earlier.
Yeah, the foraging's amazing here as well. Quite a lot of like sort of animal sign as well. We actually found some watermint, which was really interesting. Well, nice little find.
Yeah.
And there's a massive waterfall nearby as well, which is quite interesting.
Yeah. Let's try the hand of fishing sometime down here.
Yeah. Well, we found an old hook, didn't we? So.
Yeah. Well, somebody has been fishing here, yeah.
Yeah. Someone's had something on the go anyway.
So thinking about now of getting the evening meal on. Rob's the chef for this evening. We have a large roast, some mushrooms. We're going to do mash later, some crispy onions, and a couple of corn on the cobs. Keep us chewing. So this will probably take a long while. Well, it'll probably take quite a while, will it? Get that big bad boy completely sort of
through,
seared on both sides, and then I like mine medium. What about yourself?
I like it mooing.
You like it? What did you have? Mooing? Still
mooing. Winking at me.
Yeah.
Whack on.
That's some hunk of meat, all the same, isn't it?
God.
It'll probably reduce down a bit. I hope.
That's a big steak, isn't it?
That's a big steak, yeah.
She'll go.
Tender roast, yeah. So no rush. Just let that sear on both sides, and those coals start to glow. We'll just be turning it and flipping it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just get a little stick and flip it. Which I shall.
Excellent.
Make. I shall make now.
I like that grill setup with the notches for lowering and hiring when needed.
It's very
breeze is picking up a bit, isn't it?
That's why I closed that side of my thing.
Yeah.
Ashes everywhere.
No boil in the bags for us tonight, folks. How's that wine going down, Rob? Are you ready for a little something a little maybe
I will.
Slightly more wilder, yeah.
I'm walking on the wild side tonight.
I'll keep you right.
Yeah, or wrong. either way is fine.
You fancy a little tincture of something?
I've still got some left. I'll finish it.
You can finish that off now.
I might use that for cooking.
Eh?
I could use that for the sauce.
Yeah, good idea.
And then, have we got any? I have something. I have something.
Sounds rather intriguing.
Right, let me just give her a little turn onto the flip side.
This is searing quite nicely.
Have one of my secrets.
So Rob's secret ingredient. Tabasco sauce, come here.
This is from a little ration pack.
Oh yeah, that is rather... That'll spice things up a bit. That's coming along nicely. Oh, just got a whiff of it there, delicious. It'll be rather smoked as well, so it will.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah.
So we just had a massive steak.
It was rather big, wasn't it?
It was huge. I think we could
Humongous.
have fed a family easy. So we've got a brew on, coffee, and we're gonna get that squared away, and then we're gonna be joined by Mr. Captain Morgan over to our left here.
Oh, the old spiced rum.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
like it.
He's going to be joining us for fiestas.
Then chat nonsense into the little small hours, which we might make you privy to. We'll see how we feel. But yeah, that was a great day.
It was good.
Foraging around here, just enjoying the ambience of the place. I mean, there is a calmness about this place.
Mystique.
It's a mystique. It's a spiritual sort of a place. That looks like the hobo coffee boil.
Oh, she's brewing.
She's brewing, yeah.
away.
Oh, lovely.
That's the job.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there, just digesting that meal. It's just lovely. Just gonna beautiful night too. The clouds are clearing away, so the first stars really haven't come out just yet. They'll not be too far away. What time is it anyway? It's 9:30. Yeah, so still quite bright. But yeah, expecting clear skies tonight and some beautiful stars. And Rob, you can point all the constellations out to me.
Yep.
The names of this and the names of that. You're not going to charge me, are you?
Huh?
You're not going to charge
No,
me?
no,
That's
no,
okay.
no, no.
Good lad.
Why would I do that? I'm a barterer. It's all about the bartering for me.
Her looking okay, yeah?
I'm very low here, aren't I?
You seem a bit,
I
yeah.
always have looked up to you.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man. I can understand that. Yeah, I get that. Are you okay on the Captain Morgan?
I am. I'm okay. Yeah, and Captain Morgan's doing fine too. Well, technically he's not doing fine because he's not with us anymore. That was Skull. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, jeez Christ. That just got me by surprise there. First of tonight.
I just had the same reaction.
First or second of tonight, and I can't remember. I've lost track.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like...
But so, it's funny how Ben and I have been down here a few times. So we'll bring Rob down, and he's immediately out foraging. And many different foraging plants did you come across?
I mean, just off the cuff there, what did we find? We come across, obviously the pig nut was abundant. Then we got the lesser celandine. There was some dog violet. Wood sorrel was there. Tormental, which was quite nice to find. There's some primrose and cowslip here as well, and the watermint, if you remember.
Watermint, yeah.
So there's loads, and then we've got the birch leaves for the tea. We've got hawthorn leaves there that you can eat as well. So
all Rob proves is that I have so much to learn. Very interesting, yes. So in a couple of weeks' time, you have a. Before I do that, I'll do a shout out to my big lad and Graham. If you're watching, when you get a chance to watch, have you done the snake catching course yet? He's been sent on it. He keeps putting it off because he's terrified of snakes. You big Jesse. But anyway, MOC. Of course, we come down here and expecting rain to test this stovehut70 out, and it's wall-to-wall sunshine.
Terrible.
Beautiful blanket of stars, as I said earlier. Beautiful blanket of stars. But in a couple of weeks' time, I was nearly going with you, but it was a bit short notice, I suppose, to be fair. Where are you off to?
So off to the Balkans, to Montenegro, which is just below Serbia.
Yeah.
Close to Kosovo, and then Albania.
You're doing an expedition through there.
So yeah, 2 weeks of living in the wilderness.
Wildlife out there's not too hospitable, is that right? Fair to say?
Yeah, some poison snakes. So we've got the horn-nosed viper.
Oh, bloody hell.
As well, talking about snakes as well. Most poisonous snake in Europe. Then we've got bears, brown bears. There's not a huge population of them. Wolves and the Balkan lynx. So
I would say wolves are pretty rampant. You probably hear them, will you?
Yeah, there's good potential to hear, but
that would be awesome.
They're like I say, sightings. It'd be nice to get some sightings, and obviously we're trying to get a little bit of footage, but it's more about actually the filming stuff that we'll be doing is more about like sort of living in the wilderness for 2 weeks, In like.
Do you think you'll be able to hack that, Rob?
I think we'll be all right.
There's a bear shit in the woods.
There's a lot of walking too, There's a lot of walking. We'll be walking quite a bit,
How many hours a day, roughly, before each camp?
Between 4 and 8 hours.
Yeah, hike to each next.
Yeah, next camp. Yeah. So it's kind of all planned out, sort of the maps wise, But again, even like as an experienced mountain leader, going into like new mountain areas is always going to be a challenge regardless, But it kind of makes it a nicer experience for me.
New Horizons type
Yeah.
thing? Is there a new...
The other one thing that people might not think of, well, people may or may not think of, that's something to be considered close to the Kosovo border, is landmines.
You're joking?
Landmines, yeah. There's still a few little
Still-
areas here and there.
bloody
Not
hell.
in Montenegro as such, but obviously
I take it those are on the map, are they?
no.
maybe
There
not.
is actually a map you can go. There's a couple of websites that
Bloody hell.
give you cleared and non-cleared and sort of reported areas of landmines. Now, but you also have to think of, if you go to a wilderness area, right?
Yeah.
Like a wild area like that, the landmines are always placed tactically. You know, borders, towns, cities. They're not just placed randomly in mountains.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be placed in places, you know, to try and bottleneck or defend a certain town or area. So that's why they're closer to like the Kosovo border. I have some
You've been nowhere
family-
near them, really, will you?
Huh?
Will you be anywhere near that?
No, well, there's
Shouldn't
only
be.
one. We're
Unless you get
sort of-
lost.
We're going. There's a loop sort of trek, and then sort of going into the second week, we're skirting close to the Kosovo border because that's just where that range is.
Yeah.
So potentially there. I do have contacts in the region, local contacts that are sort of.
Is there any part of the world you don't have any contacts?
North Korea.
Black Valley?
Yeah, Black Valley. None here in the Black Valley. North Korea. Definitely none in North Korea. There's a few.
Russia? Any sort of...
I've got a few Russian friends.
Yeah.
A few
Good,
Russian
good.
friends. Good lads from back in the day. Shadowed a few Russian warships back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like me myself.
Yeah.
But that was all quite amicable, to be fair.
Yeah.
Bhutan, Bhutan's quite a secretive.
Very secret indeed. Very secret indeed.
Yeah, it's just one of them countries that a bit harder to get into. We can get in because of my friend who from Kathmandu. He, because he works in the region, he's constantly sort of.
Is he one of your Sherpas? No.
He he's sort of one of the head honchos there basically. But
Very good, yeah.
because there's so many treks and bits and bobs going on, so he has like good contacts for Bhutan and Tibet. So, but it's just some of the border crossings basically cost a bit more.
Your cock is getting a bit low there.
I know
you
it does look a
Do
bit.
you not
low.
keep up with the old fella? No.
No. You're just a show off.
Right. Well, basically, we're going to kick back and we're going to stop recording. We're going to switch off all the lights and we're just going to chill by the fire. Have a couple more whiskies.
Not a boozy session.
a few more vinos, and we're just going to look at the stars and the silence here apart from the river. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I'll maybe chat to you. It's quite chilly at night. I don't think there'll be a frost by any means, but it'll certainly be chilly enough. I'm going to light the outbacker in the stove hut, and at bedtime I'll maybe give you a wee fucking good night, whatever, blah blah blah. We'll probably end up seeing you in the morning anyway. But certainly I'll show you the inside, light the fire up there, settle in for the night, and but that's a long way away yet. What time is it? That's only 11:45.
Cheers.
Skull.
Oh. What was it? Nastrovia.
And what is it in Spanish?
Salud.
Salud. Oh,
Salud.
yeah. That was difficult. You being a fluent Spanish speaker?
An adopted Latino.
Yeah, an adopted Latino. Yeah. Such a beautiful, beautiful night too.
Yeah, that's good.
Unbelievable. Yeah, so we're going to do some stargazing. I'll say it's a bedtime in the stove hut when I get the smoky hut when I get the.
No more smoky hut.
Get the
It will be smoky.
It will be smoky. I get the stove lit, the outbacker lit, and settle in for the evening. Right. You just don't want to leave here. It's incredible, isn't it? Just want to take in every last minute of it. It's just, just so relaxing.
I loved it on that rock. It's like a made bed from quartz.
Yeah.
Unreal. That's where I'd probably, if I had like I would have brought like a little blanket or something. I would just put it up there and just.
Yeah.
But you know, it's quite cold. To be fair to, you need like a little swag roll or something to sort of keep warm in that.
Oh, that's gone down well.
Or not.
Or not. Right, I'll see you at bedtime. We're just going to kick back, chill, finish off. We'll finish, we'll push through the dawn, old boy, yeah. Yeah, we'll push through the dawn, yeah, why not?
We'll do what we can.
Yeah, we'll make a good go at it.
I'd struggle to get out of this seat.
All my exes changed their sexes. She used to be a her, and now she's a he. But all my exes changed their sexes. Thank God we broke up back in '03. Rosanna's down in San Francisco, LGBTQ. Sweet Eileen is now called Steve. She looks just like a dude. And Allison takes medicine, somehow lost her sanity. And Dimples, well, it ain't that simple. Fell in love with a drag queen. Oh, my exes changed their sexes. She used to be a her, and now she's a he. But all my exes changed their sexes. Thank God we broke up back in '03. Some folks think I'm far right, but I just don't prefer guys. Thank God we broke up back in '03. That'll never work in Nashville. Matter of fact, it just might.
So actually the heat that builds up in here is actually quite overpowering to the extent that you actually don't want to get into your sleeping bag, you know. But yeah, I'm going to get in and just I'm going to close the damper over on the Outbacker and let it simmer and die down. What that will do is make a small bed of nice bed of coal and a nice glow, and it just maintain the temperature for a couple of hours. But by that stage, it'll be in the Corinthian Defence Force, snugged up and all the rest of it. Condensation wise, when I first got in, but I put that down to dew, which is gone now with the Outbacker being lit. So we'll see how it will look in the morning. Couldn't test it tonight, obviously, because wall-to-wall sunshine and basically just a beautiful night. No rain, no wind, no nothing. Another perfect day in the Black Valley. And yeah, I'll take it. It's still a bit early for the midges, which is good, because tonight with the still air would have been a perfect night for them. They'll be here soon, no doubt. But yeah, so it's 4:30 in the morning now. We literally did talk into the little small hours, but yeah, that's what you do. A couple of whiskies, not too many. Obviously I'm sounding extremely sober. But yeah, such a great experience. It's a very spiritual, captivating pitch. Yeah, I love it. I do love it here. No doubt about that. So I'm gonna let the Outbacker die down, and let me see it there behind me. Let it die down, and I'm just gonna have a well deserved. It's been a long day. It's been a long couple of days. Just want to get into the sleeping bag and just cozy up and enjoy the last of the outbacker, which will probably last next couple of hours, which I guess I should be well out for the count. So yeah, see you in the morning.
Keeps that nicely ticking over.
I'm ready for this,
I'm ready.
Well, that's us breakfasted,
Fed and watered.
fed and watered, yeah.
Fed and watered.
So we're going to start packing up now. We've a bit of a 2-mile trek across that brush there, back to the car. But it's been well worth it coming down to here.
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely.
Definitely. It was an amazing night,
Great
amazing
wee spot.
star pictures,
Absolutely.
and the morning was.
That was a nice breakfast.
Yeah.
You'll give Ben a run for his money for that breakfast,
I
man.
doubt that. I can't even match his cast iron wear. So.
Not over that distance anyway with all that gear. That's why he has Juno, you know, he puts a wee saddle on. You don't see that. He doesn't want me to show that on YouTube. He puts a saddle on Juno, and Juno carries all the...
He's like a cast iron dog.
Cast iron dog, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that, and look after yourselves.
See you soon.
Look after each other.
Take
See
care.
you soon. Take care, all the best. Bye.